Well, that's a very good question. And if we look back at last year, we had over 3% growth in Europe. So one may question, why is there a problem with competitiveness of the European chemical industry? We generate a trade surplus of over 45 billion euro per year. However, we would like to point out that longer term there's really an issue with our competitiveness. And that is relating to investment leakage to other regions in the world. Other regions in the world have targeted industrial policies or natural advantages, like the United States with their shale gas, and the Middle East is very active. They want to go down the value chain. India, China are all very eager to develop their industry and their chemical industry in the first place. So we're seeing this competition at global level growing. So we think that we need in Europe a targeted industrial strategy as well. And what Cefic has been doing over the last year is pushing very hard along with other industry associations on the Commission to really start an industrial policy strategy. We had a positive development in September last year when the Commission published a communication on industrial policy, but we think that is, to say, a useful first step, but that we should go further. We really need a planned approach. Industrial policy requires an overall mainstreamed approach throughout all policy areas where competitiveness is really at the heart of all actions. We have just published as Cefic a manifesto in which we set out this situation regarding our long-term competitiveness, and in which we outline a number of policy actions that need to be taken by the next Commission in order to safeguard our competitiveness. I think we're now also liaising with all the national associations to make sure that these messages are also coming on a national level. And on top of that, we're doing a long-term project, a mid-century project, 2050, which is analyzing certain megatrends that are ongoing, what this means for the chemical industry, where we would like to be in 2050 with our industry in the face of megatrends like circular economy, low-carbon economy, digitalization, and etc. And coupled with that, we will then set a long-term view where we would like to be, how we would like to be perceived by the middle of the century, and what is needed in policy terms to achieve that, to help us make that transition to that situation. So that is what we are actually doing for the moment in Brussels as Cefic, and we are confident that with the support of industry throughout Europe, we can also generate support for that action.
Great, thank you.